Hi everyone, Siavash here, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can set up an automated email sequence workflow within the GHL, and basically how you can hook that up to any of your form submission, contact created, and those kind of things. So basically, whenever you have any type of lead or contact coming through your CRM, either via, let's say, Facebook Messenger, LinkedIn, Google My Business, anywhere. You can capture that and then after that you can do your follow-up. So the way that we actually build the email campaigns are pretty straightforward. So I'm going to go into automation on the left-hand side, and as you can see, you might see campaigns and triggers at the top. So we're not going to use those. Those are going to get deprecated. So the first thing, the thing that we want to use is workflow. So if it's your first time loading this up, you're probably not going to have any workflow in here. So you can just go ahead and click on create workflow. Now you're going to see a couple of options in here. So these are the recipes that are built in, and you can basically click on one of them if that suits you. It gives you a basic template that you can basically build upon that. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to go and start building this from scratch. So let's go ahead and click on continue. Now, this is the workflow layout. You might, depending on when you're watching this video, you might see a little bit different user interface. There has been a lot of changes and updates going on, but the basics are going to be exactly the same. So the first thing that you want to do is change the name. So let's say this is for someone that is coming from like the contact us or like a chat widget on our website. So let's say this is our website, and let's say we might have like a contact us form down at the bottom, or we have a simple chat widget in here that's going to capture the contact information and go from there. So let's go back inside the automation. Let's name this like website contact us. Now the way that it works is depending on where you built your website. Let's say if it's on GHL, or if it's on WordPress, if it's on Wix, if it's on Squarespace, anywhere else, and you don't want to move it to GHL, that's fine. You can still have your forms and surveys built inside the GHL, get the embedded code and put it on your website. So every contact and every lead that you get, it gets automatically inserted into your GHL CRM. So you don't need to pay extra for email marketing and those kind of things on the other platform. I'm not going to go through that in this video. That's going to be a separate video. If you're interested, let me know in the comment section, and I'll definitely gonna shoot that type of video, that video as well. All right, so in this case, let's say we have the website inside the GHL, and we're gonna go ahead and say, okay, we're gonna add a new trigger. So what are triggers? Triggers basically are the things that once they happen, once they literally get triggered, it's gonna start the automation. So in our case, the trigger that we want to use is if someone submits a form. So let's say we have a contact us form on our website, and if someone submits that, so form submitter, as you can see, we have these guys, and also for the leaders, we have a lot of other triggers as well. And then in here, we can add filter. So what is the filter does? Down the track, you might have like 10, 20 forms. So you want to tell the platform, hey, this workflow, I want you to trigger this workflow just specifically if the form is this one. So in this account, I only have one form. If you have multiple forms, you can choose from there. And then save the trigger. So as you can see, this comes up. One thing that I would suggest is naming. So as you go and build up your automations, you definitely want to name them. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to follow. If you're just starting your business, yes, it's only you, and you might still remember what you've been doing. But believe me, after 2-3 months, you won't remember, and you have to like click on every single one of these and see what is happening. So what I would suggest, you can change the name from submitted and say discovery call claim form submitted. So it's nice and easy. You can read what is happening. And then what we're going to do is we're going to send our first email. So we're going to say send an email. Again, I'm going to name this action email 1. And usually what I do, I leave the from name and from email empty, and I'll tell you in a sec why I do that. I put a subject and say, hey, or just thank you for contacting us. And then you can play here. So if you get their name, you can use the custom value contact first name. So this automatically get replaced with the name of the contact. And then you type in the body of the email here. And you go ahead and click on save. I wouldn't suggest testing emails via this. And the reason for that is you always want to test the emails using test workflow, because the server that is sending it from, it's a little bit different. So definitely if you want to test it from here, or even better, you can publish it and add your test contact as a test email address to receive those things. So this is email 1, and now let's say if you want to make it as a sequence. So what you can do, you can add the next action. So usually you want to say, hey, I want to wait for like 20 minutes. So I'm going to name this as well. After 20 minutes, I want to follow up with an SMS. So you can type in SMS and basically send the SMS. Save the action, and as you can see, this can go on and on. You can wait another day, hit them up, and basically make this the way that you wanted to do your follow-up. There are a ton of more actions that you can do in here. I'm not going to get into a lot of the details. So for example, I can look for if someone actually opened that email, and then based on that information, because we can track all of those, send them a different email or a different SMS. Let's say you have an email about requesting them to book a call, and you know that they opened that. You can follow up with a different type of email and say, hey, I've noticed that you saw my email. Would you mind clicking on this link and book a call? And if they haven't opened the email after 1 day or 2 days, you just hit them up. It's like, I'm just wondering, making sure that you haven't missed this one. And you can also build a little bit on that if someone actually saw your link and click on your link, your booking link. So what you can do, you can capture that and say, hey, I can see that you accessed my calendar. Was there any issue, or didn't you find a suitable time for you? Is there any specific time that you would like to schedule a time? So you can see how customized these workflow can be. Now, just to finish this off, as you remember, I said leave these guys empty. And the reason for that is under the settings in here, we can update them globally. So if you put the from name and from email here, if these guys are empty, they're going to get override by these. And the reason for that it's better to do it via here is, let's say you have 10 emails in here, and you put from name and from email in every single one of them, and you just decide, I just want to change my from name. I had a typo or something. You gotta go and edit every single one of these. But if you kept them like this, you can just edit it from here. And there's also another trick. I'm not going to show you how you can completely do it in this training, but you can make those as a custom value. And let's say you have 2, 3, 4 workflows that are using the same custom value for from name and from email, and just decide that, hey, I want to change my sending domain. You don't need to go through all those automations and workflow and change them one by one. If you're using custom values, you can just change it inside custom values, and all of them gets updated. Now, last thing is some of the settings in here. So stop on response is usually good when you're doing cold outreach, and some people just stop, and some people just respond. Either they're telling you, hey, I'm interested, I'm not interested, stop, unsubscribe, and those kind of things. So they're not going to receive the rest of the email. So that's pretty good and helpful. Allow reentry, you usually want this to be turned off unless it is something like a contact us form on your website or get in touch on your website. Usually, if it's a marketing campaign that you're doing, or it's like a long-term nurturing campaign, you want to make sure that the re-entry is off. Otherwise, the contacts can get added again, and they're gonna receive duplicate emails. Time zone is useful for, let's say, you are, I don't know, like in a Pacific time zone, but most of your clients are in Eastern, or your contacts are in Eastern. You want to make sure that the times that you put in here, so for example, if you say only send emails or run this workflow from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., you want to tell it whether it's your time zone, let's say if it's Pacific, or if it's your contact time zone, which is Eastern, for example. So super, super helpful. And yeah, this is not super important. The market is read. And that's pretty much it for setting up your workflows. I do have a lot more videos in regards to like different type of workflow, like the one that I did recently about how you can actually measure your customer engagement using workflows. You can check that out on my GHL playlist. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoy this one. Make sure if you like, subscribe, share, and also if you have any questions, just write down in the comment section, and you can get access to us if you need any help to start up your business using GHL CRM, or if you're an agency owner and you're just not tech savvy and you want someone to handle other companies to be your in-house actually tech support and onboarding and those kind of things, just check the link below that I have down in the comment section, and I would more than happy to help you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.